of Music and Fine Arts, brilliantly performed folk and ghazal singing, which was followed by mesmerizing flute recital by Shri Rakesh Anand, Dr. Mukteshi Sharma, an accompanied singer of Jammu Kashmir, and alumni of Display of Talent by the Department of DSW, University of Jammu, who presented soulful classical singing. A tribute to Pandit Birju Maharaj, a distinctive Kathak performance was performed by Dr. Priya Datta along with other faculty members and students of Institute of Music and Fine Arts. Meritorious students of poetry writing competition during Science Week celebration recited their poems on the theme Science and Culture and Science as a Stepping Stone of Humanity. And campus cultural committee members, and which was ably conducted by Dr. Subhita Khanna. And also competitions for students at all levels. We had students from colleges and universities all over the Jammu province, and they participated in the events during the science and in Rajinder Singh Auditorium and Social Sciences block. Poetry writing, in which there were 145 participants, student participants. In short film making, there was 127, which was held on 23rd. On 24th, we had essay writing competition, in which 466 students participated. On 25th February, we had slogan writing competition, in which 266 students participating. And on 26th February, we had quiz, first round of quiz, followed by second round on 27th. And the poster making competition was also held on 27th February, in which there were 388 participants. There were quite overwhelming response from the participants and from civil society, and it was despite restrictions due to SOPs of COVID. Finally today, which is also the National Science Day, we have reached the last stage of the week-long National Fest and holding the valedictory function, where we feel blessed by the presence of esteemed Mr. Rohit Kansal sir on the accumulation of this event successfully. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Raman Gupta, for such a detailed report of the Science Festival. I'm sure some of us who missed out on some of the lectures now know what all went on. एक बात मैं ये ज़रूर यहाँ कहना चाहूँगी कि इस कार्यक्रम की सफलता से हम सब लोगों में वो कॉन्फिडेंस, वो उत्साह आ गया है कि अब हम कोविड की एक्सपीरियंस को पीछे छोड़कर आने वाले दिनों में और बहुत सारे कार्यक्रमों का विजन रख सकते हैं और उन्हें हम अच्छे से ऑर्गेनाइज भी कर सकते हैं. I think this has really given us that stimulus to carry on and not think about the bad times or the people who are not with us anymore. But of course, remembering them all whom we lost in the times of COVID, we still are carrying on as life has to go on. Thank you so much, sir. I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Manoj Kedhar, for his presidential remarks. Sir.
Good morning, everybody. Respected Shri Rohit Kansal ji, Principal Secretary to Government Higher Education Department, Professor Arvind Jasrotia, Registrar, University of Jammu, Professor Rahul Gupta, Rector, Bhadrawa Campus and Dean, Faculty of Mathematical Sciences, Professor Seema Langar, Dean, Faculty of Life Sciences, Senior Deans, Professor Rajni Dhingra, DRS, Professor Naresh Pada, Dean, Academic Affairs, Professor Rajnikant, Convener of this program, Professor Meena Sharma, Dean, Planning and Development, Professor Pankaj Srivastava, President, Jammu University Teachers Association, Professor Prakash Antahal, Dean, Students Welfare, heads of the departments, distinguished faculty members of the university, officers, non-teaching staff, scholars, and above all, the students from various colleges, universities, and University of Jammu. Let me, on my behalf, first of all, extend a very warm welcome to all of you who are sitting here and witnessing the culmination of the week-long science festival in our own General Zorawar Singh Auditorium. At the outset, we are thankful to Kansal Saab for accepting our request to be the chief guest of today's function. Ever since he was given the charge of higher education, he has been very actively pursuing the implementation of national education policy in the entire UT of Jammu and Kashmir. We have held several rounds of discussion wherein we have really been benefited with his inputs. With his clear understanding of the challenges and opportunities in the implementation of NEP 2020, I am sure that the education scenario of the Union Territory will witness a massive change in empowering our youth towards achieving the best. I wish you all the best, sir, in your endeavors. Today, as all of you know, is the National Science Day. And as you have already, as has been told by Professor Rahul Gupta, that I spoke on 25th of February about rare diseases. And let me tell you, on that day also I said that today is also the day of rare diseases, World Rare Diseases. So I think today when we are having the culmination of the week-long science festival, we at this moment are also celebrating the National Science Day. As all of you know, science and technology play an important role in the development of a nation. Our country has produced many eminent and brilliant scientists who have made many discoveries which have changed the world. Sir Chandrasekhara Venkata Raman, also known as C.V. Raman, is one such prominent figure in science and technology. National Science Day, observed on February 28, marks the discovery of the Raman Effect in the year 1928. So what is Raman Effect? Because there are many young boys and girls in the audience. Do you know what is Raman Effect? Raman Effect is a phenomenon in spectroscopy discovered by Sir C.V. Raman while working in the laboratory of the Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science, Kolkata. Raman Effect, change in the wavelength of light that occurs when a light beam is deflected by molecules. When a beam of light traverses a dust-free, transparent sample of a chemical compound, a small fraction of the light emerges in directions other than that of the incident, that is the incoming beam. Most of this scattered light is of unchanged wavelength. A small part, however, has wavelengths different from that of the incident light. Its presence is a result of the Raman effect. For this discovery, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1930. To commemorate this discovery, National Science Day is celebrated since 1986 throughout the country on 28th February. Across the country, people celebrate this day by arranging events, science fairs, quiz competitions, science model exhibitions, and speech competitions. The basic objective of celebration of National Science Day is to spread the message of importance of science and its application among the people, so as to develop scientific temper in the youth and thus attract young minds to think innovatively and differently. The National Education Policy 2020 has laid greater emphasis on STEM. Full form of STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics. STEM education aims to nurture a new generation of youth who have an analytical yet creative bent of mind. These youth shall be more equipped to deal with a world where nothing will move without science and technology. The theme for National Science Day 2022 was launched by Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology, as Integrated Approach in Science and Technology for Sustainable Future. So now, my question to all of you is, so what is sustainable future? What do you mean by that? There are several points which will tell you that what is sustainable future. We are aiming at a future where there is no poverty. We are aiming at a future when there will be end of hunger, that we will achieve food security and adequate nutrition for all and promote sustainable agriculture. We are aiming at attaining healthy life for all at all ages, provide equitable and inclusive quality education and lifelong learning opportunities for all. We are aiming at that people in vulnerable situations and marginalized people, including persons with disabilities, rare genetic diseases, and indigenous people have access to inclusive education, skill development, and vocational training. We are aiming at attaining gender equality, empowering women and girls everywhere. We are aiming at having secure water and sanitation for all for a sustainable world. Ensure access to affordable, sustainable, and reliable modern energy services. Promote sustainable industrialization. Promote indigenous technology development. Reduce inequality within and among countries. Be inclusive, safe, and sustainable. Strengthen positive economic and social links, and many other things which are there in the Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations. As you know, this year celebrations of National Science Day have been special. It coincided with the celebration of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, that is celebration in connection with completion of 75 years of India's independence. Today we are meeting on the culmination program of the week-long Science Festival, which was organized in University of Jammu, being one of the 75 locations in the country selected by the Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. I would therefore like to express sincere gratitude to Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, Union Minister of State for Science and Technology, for giving University of Jammu an opportunity to celebrate Science Festival on a grand scale. Last year, in this very hall, he delivered the lecture on National Science Day, wherein he enthused a large gathering of students with the latest developments in science and technology. The University of Jammu, including all of us here, we are fortunate to have patronage of our Honorable Chancellor, Shri Manoj Sinha Ji, who has always encouraged us to create an ecosystem of innovation and incubation in the university. A sincere gratitude to him for his guidance and support. As all of you have witnessed, the festival has been memorable and great grand success with the registration of more than 1,800 young boys and girls. Many of them have participated, more than 700 of them, I am told, have participated in various competitions. I am sure we were successful in fulfilling the objectives of celebrating Science Festival, and more so, if we were able to kindle the spark in even 20% of the young minds, I shall consider the event 100% successful. Since today is the culmination of the Science Festival, I must congratulate all the distinguished faculty members who organized various events, conveners, co-conveners, university fraternity for the grand success of the festival. Vigyan Sarvatra Pujyate, Jai Vigyan, Wish you all a very happy Shivratri. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request our chief guest, Shri Rohit Kansalji, to be accompanied by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Manoj Sir, and all other dignitaries sitting on the dais for the prize distribution. We have here amongst the audience the prize winners of the different competitive events which took place in this week gone by. And we had put up the list of the prize winners on the website and had informed all of them to be with us.